What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com. And after the weekend, Aaron Rodgers was one of the biggest stories in the sports world, and not necessarily just for the play on the field, but for what he said on the field. After he scored a touchdown against the Chicago Bears, my Chicago Bears, in the fourth quarter, kind of really sealing the game and putting them up by 10 with 4 minutes to go, he said something to the fans. He looked them all dead in the eye, all the fans, all the Bears fans, my fellow Bears fans in Chicago in Soldier Field, and said, I own you, I effing own you, I still own you all my life, I own you. Right? That's what he said, and that's what everybody's talking about. That Aaron Rodgers says he owns the Chicago Bears, that he owns Chicago Bears fans. And as a Chicago Bears fan, it sucks. It sucks to hear your rival, your quarterback, or the quarterback who is quarterbacking for your rival say that. Because it's true. Aaron Rodgers has destroyed the Chicago Bears over his career. But there are some people that say, he shouldn't say things like that. That's mean. That's unsportsmanlike. How dare he? You know what? You know whose problem it is that Aaron Rodgers is saying those things? It's the Chicago Bears. Because what I want is not to stop Aaron Rodgers from saying that because it's too mean. I want the Bears to stop him from saying that on the field. That's what I want to happen. I want to see my organization make the changes and make the steps necessary to be able to beat the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers on a consistent basis. But there are some people who came out and said that that's not something he should do. That's not sportsmanlike. All that is garbage. Now, Aaron Rodgers is responding to some of those people now. But the way he does is very strange. He's trying to associate what's going on right now with some people coming after him over and criticizing him in general to a woke cancel culture mob. And that doesn't make any sense, at least not with the rest of the things that he's talking about. If you want to talk about a PC mob in this particular instance, I can agree, but let's listen to how he phrases this.
I found out about it after the game, and I realized that it was, probably going to be a thing. Not maybe as big a thing as it went to, with, some of the things that I saw, but that is the state of our media. And let me just... and really our culture, not just media, but that's the state of our culture, I think, this woke PC culture. And if I may just, elaborate just slightly on my feelings on this, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. This is awesome.
I think
the side, you can barely see it because of all this. In the side, it says Aaron Rodgers, owner of the book club in Chicago. That's pretty good.
I think that in general, my feelings are this. There's a PC woke culture that exists, and there's a cancel culture at the same time, and it's based on people's own feelings of maybe personal miserability or.
Now, I'm not gonna argue with Aaron Rodgers about there being a woke mob, about there being a cancel culture, about there being some PC woke culture. That's 1,000% true, and I do think that is the retaliation that he's seeing right now. Some of those losers, some of those weirdos who don't understand competitive drive and what happens with trash talk on the field, those things. I think it might be onto something there, but what he's about to spin this into is very strange, to be honest with you, and I don't think associated with it at all.
Or distaste for their own situations or life, or just the enjoyment of holding other people down underneath their thumb. But when you engage in this culture, you're immersed in it, and you're in it so much. And for me, when I took time in the off season to work on myself and to work on my mental status and to get myself in the right frame of mind, I was being selfish, right? That's what, or non-responsive and selfish and entitled. When I, came back and said what I said, what I felt like was at the right time, and spoke the truth. The same sentiments were shared, maybe not by as many people, because I think a lot of people respected what I said, but the same sentiments were shared.
Now you can see what he's doing. He's equating all of the backlash that he got, which wasn't a ton, right? But there was some backlash for the I own you statement. He's using that to try to spin it as a way to turn that into, oh, everyone's always against me all the time. But it's a completely different group of people, I think, in my opinion. I was one of those people that criticized the hell out of Aaron Rodgers for not necessarily what he did in the offseason, but for the way he did it. in what I felt was clearly an attempt to get all eyes on him in order to try to teach everybody a lesson. That's what it really felt like to me. And I think that has problems when you look at the ramifications when you're dealing with a team sport. And so I said that. It has nothing to do with PC or woke or cancel culture, but that's what Aaron Rodgers is trying to spin it into.
These ridiculous sentiments and storylines and narratives get drawn on about me about pick a topic, from my family to my leadership style to and they just go on, and people start thinking, well, he hasn't responded to it, so it must be true, right? And they run with these stories, right? But then when I respond to it and set the record straight, when I finally said, okay, enough is enough. This thing has gotten so far and it's so ridiculous at this point, then I'm being sensitive. When week one, I have been there, unfortunately, before in a few dud games, and people think I don't have enough passion. I don't care about what's going on. Then I'm passionless. I'm not all in. When I make a statement after a touchdown run and puts up 2 scores, now I'm not a sportsman. Now I'm making this shit about me. This is the thing that goes on, and ultimately, Pat, there's a game within the game, right? And in this game, there's a player and there's a game. And if the player abides by the rules of the game, he's a part of the game. Now, the rules of the game are that you must acquiesce with the woke mob at all times. You must.
And that's the part that I agree. I agree with what he's saying about the woke mob and cancel culture. I agree with that. I don't agree that had anything to do with the backlash that Aaron Rodgers received all through this offseason in any way, shape, or form. And the only comparison you can draw is that of the backlash that he had to this specific instance. The rest of it's entirely different people criticizing him in an entirely different way. This is so weird.
However, when you live above the game does not exist. And Pat, that's where I'm at. These things, I realize them, I see them, but I'm not a part of this game that's being played. This game is being played out by these individuals, and I see it, I hear it, but to me it's comedy.
And it's a really fucking weird way to see yourself. And Rodgers is a weird guy. The idea that all of the backlash he got in the offseason is due to woke PC cancel culture. You're dumb as fuck. That doesn't make any sense at all. That's a stupid fucking statement. I'm going to call your dumb ass out on that. That does align with what happened to you, and to a very small extent, in the aftermath of Sunday's game. When you had some people saying, that's not very sportsmanlike. That is the only time you can blame it on that. So I'm not sure what Aaron Rodgers is really thinking or why he's doing this. If he's just trying to, again, use this as an excuse about how unfairly he's always treated, I'm not sure. But I want to know you guys' thoughts. It's a weird situation. I totally support Aaron Rodgers fucking talking shit when he's getting it done on the field. And it's my Chicago Bears job to make sure that doesn't happen. That's who I put the blame for that on. That's who I'm mad about in this scenario. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers, but I respect the hell out of what he did, the statement he made. I'm totally fine with it. This is weird as shit. Just more Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. Trying to take something and use it to talk about something that's not related in any way, shape, or form. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.